Which of these three cards that you're seeing on the screen would you choose for your Football Club Mobile team? 24? Like the video, subscribe for Gullet on your team, or comment if you prefer blank. Fernando Torres if you want El Nino on your team. Personally, you already know I'm in love with Fernando Torres, so I would pick this Torres right away. If you want to know how to get any of these players you're seeing on the screen, who, by the way, are basically the best players in all of PlayStation Mobile. 24, stay on this video because there's a new method to get them. And honestly, I think it's extremely underrated, as you saw in the title and the thumbnail. I honestly think it's crazy. The tokens we're seeing on the screen, or basically this item, I really think it's very underrated. It's one of the best things to come to PlayStation Mobile, 24. And in this video, I'm going to explain everything in detail about how to get these cards we're seeing here. And it's because yesterday, when they were basically showing all the new features coming to Football Club Mobile 24, we came across something surreal, something different, something unique, which are these tokens we're seeing on the screen. Tokens that, well, are specifically tied to the market, and that have a lot to do with the daily pick, which would basically be a selection. This is already on the PlayStation 24 console. They implemented it quite some time ago. Actually, what he's doing on the screen is a clear example. What does the daily pick mean, or what is it about? Basically, it's about choosing a player from all the options that appear on your screen at that moment. Here, well, we see this example from Football Club 24 on console, where we see Leo Messi in his Totti version, and then we see what comes up next. Even a Modric card. And well, basically you have to choose one of those three cards. And, well, for what I think are obvious reasons, anyone would choose Leo Messi. Well, something similar is going to happen in Football Club Mobile 24. We'll discuss this in detail. Well, let's take a closer look at it over here. The market picks tokens. These things are really useful. And it should be clarified that you can only get them in what would be the exchange section, based on what I've seen so far. And to get these tokens, we're gonna need to give cards. Cards given in this section are usually transferable, because the rewards from these daily picks will also be transferable. Did this token actually arrive? To revive the game and to avoid a lot of conflicts, so to speak. Within the Football Club Mobile Market 24. And look, over here we have what would be the first version of the player pick, this one which would be free, where we're going to choose one of three rewards. Keep in mind that this reward is free. And once we select one of these rewards, just to clarify, they'll range from 70 to 95 GRL. That is, in one you might get an 80, in another a 72, and in another, let's imagine, if you're really lucky, a 93. You'll have to pick one of those three cards. I hope I'm making myself clear, because honestly, I find it really easy to understand this topic from the player picks, but stay alert, because here comes the good part. We have another player pick here, so pay attention, guys. We're going to be looking at 1 out of 5 options. That means we can choose 1 out of 5 players that will show up for us. Watch out, exchange 1200. Market tokens, the ones we had obtained in the exchanges section. Well, if we're going to spend our tradable cards here logically. And over here we see that cards that are in the top 500 of the market are going to appear. Referring obviously to the GRL issue, the global issue, the average rating issue. And well, I mean, within the top 500, basically the top 100 of the market would be included. How do we figure out which are the top 100, the top 500 in the market? It's relatively simple. I'll explain how. All we have to do is go to the search tab and then, well, yes. I mean, you just click here on search or filters, you don't enter anything. Actually, you just reset everything and then click search. And that's it, guys. The top 100 cards from Football Club Mobile 24 will show up. Only the top 100 search results are shown, as they have the highest overall rating. It automatically sorts them for you by overall rating. To see the top 500, well, eventually we have to scroll down, but we'll have to lower the overall rating. With around 100 players here, I can say the top 500 includes players with an overall rating of 93. 92 more or less, but hey, there's a chance to get a good reward. Although, even I don't really know what I just said, but I wanted to show you this, which is going to be the most overpowered thing we're gonna see. In Football Club Mobile 24, a transferable reward for 6,000 of these tokens within the top 50 of the market. That is a player rated 98 and above. Yes, it seems so. Honestly, I think this reward is a bit overpowered. It's one of the most broken things that's coming to Football Club Mobile 24, and in this pack, you can get the best cards in all of Football Club Mobile 24. That's why it's extremely important for you to know how to save and manage these tokens, these market chips, for the player pick. Because I really believe that's what's gonna make the difference between good and bad rewards. So yes, this is the new mode that we are going to be using to get the best cards in the whole game. And then I also have a trick for you with the new experience points transfer tokens. Well, it's not really a trick, it's more of a tip, a good benefit for you. I'll show you quickly. It's actually really simple. Imagine you want to sell, I don't know, a player. Are you in a hurry to sell him? Well, what you can do is buy players in a high range at a low price and have them store the experience points. Let me give you an example. And for this, all we have to do is buy any card. It should be affordable within your player's range, allowing full experience points transfer. For example, I'm going to buy this Openda to use him as an example. So if I have a purple card with 15 training levels, I can transfer all the experience points without issues. I hope you understand. What if we've already bought it here? As you see, we've only spent about 1 million coins. And remember, this card is gonna be tradable anyway. I mean, it's not gonna be untradeable, it's tradable. So when we're done using it, we'll be able to sell it and get our coins back. I already clicked to claim the player and we have Openda. Now what we should do is the following. Let's say I want to sell this Gundogan 100, which by the way is tradable. Keep in mind, this tip only applies to tradable cards. After all, you can't sell untradable cards. You get me, right? We're going to put him here in training transfer and we're going to use our Openda with an overall rating of 90, right? Let's look for him here. He shouldn't be too far away. He should be around here. Here is Openda. And now the only thing we need to do is transfer what would be the experience points, and that way we'll be able to sell our Gundogan. And when we have the other card, which won't be Openda, because Openda will only be used as a container to store the experience points. So in short, a tip to be able to sell your tradable cards is to store the experience points in filler cards, like Openda. When the actual player for the position arrives, like Gundogan in my case, well, then you just transfer the experience points from Openda to your player, the one who's actually going to be in your starting 11, you know? It's a great tip to use filler cards as experience containers. Exactly.